Need to know how to clean your oil paint palette? In this video right here, I'm going to show you how to clean it and keep this thing sparkling for all your paintings to come. And we're getting started right now. Hey, it's me, it's Wild, coming at you for my Creative Control playlist, where I bring you the best tips, tricks, and even a how-to, just like in this video right here. If this is your first time here and you're trying to grow and improve your painting adventure, make sure you hit that sub button and tick that bell so you know when my videos go live for you. Not too long ago, I did a review on the Bob Ross acrylic mixing palette. It's a great video, check it out. I'll put a link in the top of the card and in the show notes below. But a user who watches a lot of my videos named FRGYT wrote me a comment, and on that comment he wrote, how do you clean an acrylic mixing palette or a Bob Ross palette just like that in the video you showed? It's a great question. Also, there's nothing on this paper, so I don't know why I did it. I see a lot of people on YouTube do that. So let me show you all the easy, clean, simple, and efficient, and most importantly, affordable ways to clean your mixing palette. Let's get started right now. Once you finish creating your masterpiece, you probably have a messy mixing palette, and that's okay. That shows you put a lot of energy into your painting. But we need to clean this up because we don't want to ruin our mixing palette. It's our friend, it costs a lot of money, we need to take care of it, so we need to clean it. So the first thing you need to do is get rid of all the excess paint that is not salvageable. If you don't know how to save any of your oil paints, I did a video on that as well. I'll put a link up here so you can get to it, or in the show notes below so you can check that out. It's a very simple trick on how to save a lot of your oil paints, so that way you save a lot on money as well. But there's two simple ways. One tool you probably already own. It's a palette knife. All you need to do is just go through and scrape off the residual paint that you don't need, and you can throw this away, or like I show in that video, you can save all this to make a normal mountain gray if you can, or if you have enough colors you can save and put them in baggies. But if you have a lot of paint spread all over on your mixing palette, there's another tool you can get, and it's a silicone knife that you can get from your dollar store. All it is just used for baking, but you can also use it to scrape off a lot of the paint on the mixing palette. This makes the job go a lot quicker if you've used this whole surface. Now, just a quick note out there, you'll see similar things that are just the handheld part sold at like Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and they're a great tool. I'll put a link in the description below, and they serve a really cool purpose, but I recommend picking that up on Amazon because you can get them for a few bucks. But check out your 99-cent store, your dollar store, for something like this that'll help do the job just as well. Now that you've scraped off as much paint as you can with either your palette knife or the silicone knife, all we need to do now is just clean the surface, and one of the easiest and simplest ways you can do is with a tool you probably already own. If you're painting with oil, you're most likely painting with a thinner, and if you're painting in the wet and wet style, a lot of people use odorless paint thinner. All you need to do is take a little bit of this and pour it on a paper towel, and you can rub it into your acrylic mixing palette or your wood or your glass one, and it'll slowly eat away at all that paint, and just wipe it away and then go once over it with a clean paper towel and you're good to go. Now, just a fair warning, this isn't my favorite way to clean. Reason number one being, this actually costs some good money, and I don't like to waste it on cleaning because I'm going to do a lot of cleaning because I'm going to do a lot of painting. I find it enjoyable. So I don't like to use this. So I'm going to show you a couple other ways. Reason number two, I don't like to breathe in the vapors if I don't have to. I worked really hard to get a body like this to impress the women. I want to make sure it stays healthy for as long as I can. So if you are going to clean with this, make sure you do it in a well-ventilated area, or better yet, go ahead and do it outside. If you've seen my art hack video, shameless promotion right there in the top corner, and I'll put it in the show notes below. Check it out, it's a great video. You know I'm a fan of one awesome product out there. I use it for my house and for my oil paintings, and it's Simple Green. This stuff is fantastic. It eats away at the paint. Simply just apply it to your palette, just spray on thusly, let it sit on there for just a little bit, and then take a loose paper towel that you have and simply just wipe away. And you will see that it slowly just starts eating away at all that paint, and it gets nice and clean. And you can just see how simple all of that came out. Once it's all nice and clean, just go over it one more time with a clean paper towel, just get anything out in the cracks, and you are good to go. Now, if you don't own any Simple Green, that's fine, but what if, let's say, you also ran out of paint thinner and you don't have anything to clean up the rest of your palette. Well, if you have a house or an apartment or a condo or anything like that and it has a kitchen in it, you probably own this product right here. It is olive oil, and you can use this as well to eat away the paint on your palette. Yeah, it'll take a little bit more time because it takes a little bit more to eat away, but all you gotta do is put some on a loose paper towel. I got one over here to the side. Just soften it up and just wipe away the oil, and it'll slowly come off and you are good to go. Now, the olive oil will leave a residue on your acrylic mixing palette, but all you need to do with that is just take a wet paper towel after you're done and wipe it clean, and then wipe it dry with a loose, dry paper towel. And there you go. And this way is great for the health conscious out there. If you don't want to be breathing in all of the vapors from like terpenoid or other thinners or odorless paint thinner, that's actually a really cool tip, is to use olive oil. Now, you can use a lot of other oil out there. Hemp, safflower, sun, all those are really good to use. Just olive oil is pretty common in a kitchen. So there's another great tip for you, and you can just see how easy all of that paint came out of that palette right there. Okay, now time to show you my favorite way to clean my mixing palette. I love Simple Green, but there's one product I love more than Simple Green that you can buy, and it's very affordable and it's cheap, and you can get it pretty much anywhere. It's baby wipes. These things are awesome. They're great for cleaning up your hands if you get paint on them, and they're great for cleaning up your mixing palette as well. Just take a simple baby wipe out and just start working it away. You will see this come off so simply. It's basically like a ShamWow commercial. You need Billy Mays up in here.
Hi, Billy Mays here with Zorbies.
Just go over it once with your baby wipe here, and it is so clean. There is absolutely nothing left. Now, yeah, you can go over it once more with a clean paper towel if you want, but all this will evaporate. It's just a natural oil that's left on here, and you can buy these by the buttload, no pun intended, at dollar stores, and sometimes you can even find them for huge sales on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below for the ones that I use, but it just eats away the paint so simply, and it collects it all nice in here, and when you're all said and done, you just throw it away. So baby wipes, good for cleaning your hands, good for cleaning your palette, and extra good if you have a long night alone with Chipotle. I think you know what I'm talking about. Okay, one last side note about acrylic mixing palette. There's one thing I want to make sure that you're aware of. If you're going to use any type of cleaning material that I didn't list here in this video, make sure you're aware of how strong the chemical is. A lot of acetones will eat through acrylic. So make sure you pay attention first before what you put on your acrylic mixing palette. Same can be said for glass and wood, but glass is a lot more resilient to a lot of chemicals, and certain chemicals on wood will make it warp, crack, or be eaten away slowly. So make sure you pay attention to how you clean any of your palettes that you have out there. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you found it educational and it helps you out on your painting adventure. And a very special thank you goes out to my friend FRGYT for leaving a comment below, so that way I can make an awesome video to help all of you out on your painting adventure. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave a comment below and I will see what I can do to help research and find an answer for you. And hey, I might even make a video about it. I just want to say thank you guys so much. If you want to help me grow, make sure you follow me on my Twitter and you follow me on my Instagram. And if you want to see me paint, you can check me over at twitch.tv/wildforgames. I paint there all the time, Monday through Thursday. And if you want to go above and beyond, you can help support me on my Patreon, link in the description below. And thank you guys already for those who have helped support me. I'll put all their names right here for this month that is coming up. Thank you so much for the support, and I will see you all in the next painting adventure video coming up real soon. Take care, all. Peace.